Fuck all the goddamn haters. Welcome back. What's up, World Wide Web? E-Daddy, you're angry guy, and I'm back. Yeah, and I just had to do the whole Roman Reigns thing. You know it, you got it. I'm going to do it. Try to give a few minutes, get everybody in the building or in the room. Something. And people don't get on here. Anyways, give it a few minutes. Get people in here. So where we can rock out. Do like a hey, Manning. And so I was trying to get people to share this thing so we can get some people up in here. To do away with those imitator shows that want to try to claim they are who they are. I'm not going to mention no names. Somebody might get their feelings hurt. But we know how that goes. And say, James, I know earlier you got to see one of the surprise earlier, so we're good. I'm trying to see if who else I can get in the building or get in the room so we can kick this off as only we can. So many people's feelings we can hurt. Because in the description for this video, I put on there, we have MOTU surprises, toys, and shows we're going to talk about, and the number 19. James, you are the only other person I have, well, other than my wife, have talked to about this number 19 thing, so let's keep this between me and you for the time being. Because I will get to it. I can't believe Kevin ain't already popped on. That's why I trust you that one there, James, because I knew you would be like, I ain't saying a damn word. I'm like messaging people. It's like, hey guys, I'm on. But anyways, all right, so let's see. Roll it up. By the way, James, how's this sound? Sound good? So give me a big thumbs up or something. Because I want to see how well this setup is working. I'm gonna say revamped camera, new microphone. Yeah, I can do all kinds of weird shit now. Hit the button right, and I can sound like a really piss poor version of MOTU. Yeah, we know that bullshit. All right, so let's just kick it off with, we'll go back a little bit here. It's been a few weeks now since since Netflix dropped the rebooted He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And going into this, we knew this show was going to be aimed at a younger generation. Like my youngest son, children, I'm gonna say 12 years old and younger, honestly, to help go through and to show them a new world, show us a different world, introduce all the, a younger crowd to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Like I said, it was a reboot. Now, initially, I did see a lot of positive feedback. Did see some negative ones. I know going into it, we saw a ton of negative feedback because no one wanted to go through and basically give up give up He-Man for a younger generation. It's time, people. There's people, a lot of us fell in love with He-Man and Masters of the Universe when it dropped with Filmation back in '83, and even when the toys were coming out before that. I know I was guilty of having the figures beforehand. Of course, that's how it worked. Toys came first in the show. Exactly, and we're not getting any younger. Some of us are getting to that point now where our kids are having kids and we're becoming grandparents. Some of us are still continuing to have kids. By the way, congratulations, James. If I completely forgot about saying something to you about that yesterday when we were hanging out, to you and Robin, for it being a little girl. And I can imagine it's much to Cole's chagrin. He's not enjoying that too much. But anyways, oh shit. By the way, apparently Manaconda will not be joining us tonight because apparently since last week he's went through and got himself COVID. I cannot keep a party around here. Anyways, so the show finally dropped on YouTube, on Netflix, my bad. And we were surprised by how a lot of this went, because we were used to having Prince Adam getting the sword on his 16th birthday, and so on and so forth. We know the story. That's how it worked for Filmation. That's how it worked for the MYP series. So here we go. Total reboot. Adam and Keldor are thought to be dead. Randor has the sword of power locked up inside inside the palace. And Tila is now, she went from a warrior to a witch, basically, wizard, whatever you want to call her. Thus alluding to what we know, one of the things that we know she was always supposed to turn into. He-Man is now, James, correct me if I'm wrong, he's probably, 16 to 18 now, on the reboot? Because wasn't it like 10 years since everything happened? No, hang on, before you answer that question, let me backtrack a little bit. Tila's going through. Okay. Tila's going through, she's trying to find the sword because she keeps having visions and voices in her head from the sorceress and visions of Grayskull and all this. So she swipes the sword, gets into the jungle where we see the Tiger Clan, which has been alluded to in previous different canons throughout time. And there's Adam and the girl who is basically Ram Man, or in this case Ram Mam. Probably one of the funniest things I heard on that one. Oh. Anyways, so find out Cringer actually has no claws. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, we kind of find out Duncan is actually working for Cronus, and he's a protege, intern, whatever you want to call it, for Cronus. And him and he we're getting part of the party together. But anyways, we see Adam get the sword because there's a bunch of bullshit happens. We know how that story all goes. Starts reading off, things the sword says, and turns into He-Man. So on and so forth. If anybody hasn't had a chance to check out the series, which I know James has, probably most of you that will end up watching this has, there was a lot of unique differences to this reboot compared to the MYP series back in 2002, from 19 years ago, and from the Filmation back in 1983, that was 19 years before that. Thus, interesting little thing of trivia that I came up with and even rattled off caught the keeper of the books off guard. They're liking to reboot this every 19 years, apparently. And before anybody says anything, you cannot count New Adventures because it was not a reboot. And we definitely can't count Revelations because that's supposed to be another episode of Filmation, basically. Or that was Kevin Smith's intentions, to hear it from him. And I actually did catch his podcast show right after they had dropped the first 5 episodes on Netflix. And say I'm looking forward to the 22nd or 23rd of November when the second 5 finally drop. So we can see where this goes. But going back to the reboot, it's actually, honestly, it's got a great story. The animation, the CGI animation is great on it. It's definitely a different turn of how the canon can go. I do like how they used a plethora of canons for all this for the reboot. Yeah, it's not what a lot of us grew up with, but it was definitely well done. So cannot wait until the I guess second season or whatever they want to call it drops for this. Like I said, anybody that watches this show, go through, check it out on Netflix. Definitely go check it out. Because I mean, I know whenever they originally announced it, I was like, what the hell? And as time went on, it's like, all right, start looking at things more of an open mind, come to terms with it, admitted it on here when you go in this open minded, which I did. Still see a lot of haters out there. And I don't know if I think a lot of the hatred is just basically it's 40 to 50-year-old guys who grew up with the Masters universe and refuses to think that it needs to be revamped. Like I said I don't remember if it was 2 episodes ago or the last episode. Look, this series has got to be kind of like Transformers. We got to get, got to update it. We got to revamp it, reboot it, whatever, periodically, so we can get a younger crowd in, keep the line going. Now, also these same people, I don't know if they've got an issue with the toys that came out with it. Toys is not really meant for us. It's meant for kids 4 years and up. Yeah, they're different. They really are. I've managed to pick up He-Man and Skeletor. Yeah, it's not what we're generally used to. But, in fact, I mean, this is meant for younger kids, along with the show. Kids are going to love these things. As long as they're watching the show and all that, they're going to like them. Yeah, not everything's to where, what we're used to, but it's not for us. But it's still really good. I love the Skeletor here. Still looking for that Man-at-Arms and that Trap Jaw. I haven't actually seen those in the stores yet, but we'll find them. I have seen the snake playset. Originally they were talking about how it's supposed to be like, maybe that was like supposed to be like Snake Mountain. No, it's just a snake playset where you got the snake coming out and trying to attack like He-Man. You can have Skeletor up above. Kind of cool looking. Seen the oversized He-Man. Not really big on that one. It just looks too I ain't gonna say bulky, but you can tell it's made out of solid plastic, kind of like those big 12-inch Marvel and DC figures. One's like that tall. They only move their arms up and down and all that. Looks like they might break real easy. Did see the bikes. Now, when I first saw those, I did see that the one that He-Man's on, they called it the Ground Ripper, which was a nice throwback for the Road Ripper. That was great. I had an issue with the one Skeletor was on because they decided to call it Panther. But I was talking to my brother James. Looked like a Super Friend He-Man from DC 52. You talking about the supersized one or this one? But how maybe later on Skeletor's going to take that ghost of Panther or magical Panther that they conjured up early on in the show and transform it into the bike. Okay, the supersized one. Okay, yeah, that would probably be a good way of looking at it. Yeah, supersized He-Man from the DC 52. later on in the series, after he got the new sword and new suit and all that. So yeah, it was definitely a series worth checking out on Netflix. You know, face it, you know, the older we get, the more we're seeing, you know, some of our favorites from the 80s getting rebooted, retooled, whatever. I've made mention of it before with Transformers, you know, periodically getting rebooted, redone. It ain't too bad. Voltron being another one. I think so far there's been like 3 different reboots of that, and they actually haven't been that bad. She-Ra just got rebooted not too long ago. Yeah, a lot of people had an issue with it just because of the things that they did with it. Stuff like that, and the more I look at it, more I'm going, you know, it's got to be for a younger crowd. It's the only way to make it work. So it's all good in the hood. So that, like I said, honestly, with the reboot, I'll go 4 out of 5. Only because of the fact I didn't like how they did the whole thing with the way Randor was acting, especially toward his son, and the fact that we have no idea where in the hell Queen Marlena is at. None. But overall, good show. At some point, I'm going to try to actually do, like, of course, I think I said it about Revelations too, and I'm going to wait until like the other 5 drop and we have a chance to talk about them. And then I'll go through and I'll do an episode by episode review on those. I'll have it over here on the TV playing while I'm sitting here talking to you guys about this. This way, by the time Revelations Part 2 drops, we've all had good time to go through and get calmed down from the shitstorm of Revelations Part 2. Speaking of Revelations, if people have had a chance to check out or see them at the stores, the Masterverse figures, they finally dropped the Faker from the Revelations. Awesome, you know, looks pretty much spot on. I wish they had kind of given it the option where you could go through and take his arms off and replace it with like the robotic, you know, the little the wiring, have, you know, and where you could attach it to the other part of the arms. That would have been cool shit. To me, it would have been. I don't know about anybody else. Let's see. But yeah, those things are dropping. I managed to go through and pick one up, or pick a couple up the other day. Wish I'd grabbed it beforehand, because I had was meaning to show that here. I love how some comments, you put one cuss word in there and they flag it, say, all right, do you want to allow this? Yeah, let it happen. Shit. But hang on, I'll just go get it. And it's gonna take me about 5 seconds because it's here in the room now. I do have a complaint with it. This ain't the head came on it, but I had to put that head on there. Like I said, pretty much, I mean, they went through, they changed the buck up and the arms up a little bit. The rest of it's just straight up He-Man. I love the fact they gave him the sword and the shield. I love this sword. I didn't really like it at first because of how long it was, but it's kind of grown on me. Um, love the shield without a doubt. Another nice one. I love the fact that they give you the iconic orange uh, armor for Skeletor's evil crew. Plus, they do give you the power harness is what I'm going to keep calling it. You do get the half a head, half head, half robotic face, along with the head that has the red eyes on it. And then left hand, so you can put the sword in the left hand and the right hand being a fist. I said, along with the, as I called it earlier to James, the head that looks like they went through and shaved off the hair off of Colossus. Wife says Terminator head. Put the Origins He-Man armor on. His looks so much better. I'm just trying to think if I had any spare armor around for him, because you're probably right. I mean, I'm still not really sold on that whole H thing on there. Let's see here. Since, all right, let's see. Find me an Origins He-Man. I got like multiples of these plus that, and I got like different heads on them, shit like that. So pop that head off. I do like the fact that the parts will interchange. Some of these. Dude, we can't. Unless that body comes apart and I don't know about it. Because I don't want to cut the armor. Hey, wait a minute. We're about the vintage armor. Or, not vintage, classics. Okay. Yeah, before I go decimate my classics He-Man. You sure about that? Damn, that's awfully tight. I ain't gonna be buying me a new He-Man after this, am I, James? Actually, I might have this. I might have spare armor around here somewhere. Spare power harness. Yeah, I got it finally. A little bit of a tight fit. And something like this, I might change up my regular Masterverse He-Man to, if I can find the spare arm or a spare harness. Damn. Oh Lord, we went there. Damn, took a minute, but finally got it, and it actually don't look too bad. Put the regular He-Man head on there, and actually really don't look too bad at all. But We'll put that. Yeah, that actually don't look too bad at all. Might be doing some changing around with stuff here after a while. Maybe. But yeah, like I said, that Masterverse Faker, definitely one to definitely get a hold of. And everything. Definitely goes well with the line as far as, you know, what we've seen so far in the first half of Revelations. Right. Yeah, he looks definitely like somewhere like He-Man. I mean, I wonder why in the hell it flagged that comment. There was no cuss words in it. Going into Origins. Since we brought the Origins He-Man a while ago, the Battlefield Warriors 2-packs are starting to hit the stores. Seeing a lot more people going through and posting up, getting them. Definitely a sweet looking set. Let me pull this up as well. Box is huge. I mean, without a doubt. And I can see the comment coming on that one. Like how they kind of, as James put it, frosted the armor for Battle Cat, back metaled He-Man battle armor suit, gave him the vintage style head, along with the windblown look for his head, and everything. Definitely can't wait till my second set comes in so I can open this sucker up. Love that they gave you the little dragons that you can go through and attach to your Origins Grayskull. Love the artwork on the back, without a doubt, where they're going through and they're showing us, you know, not only Grayskull, He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Teela with a really funky helmet. I kind of wish they'd give us like an Origins head pack with like different head sculpts so we can go through and put on some of these figures, because that might look pretty cool right there, without a doubt. See where they've got the Duplicat and the Leo Faker here, and along with the battle armor Skeletor as well with Panther, and Too Bad, which means I'm going to get my wish, and Too Bad is on his way to Origins. Thank you, God. Also, the new wave of figures are also hitting the stores. Hopefully, by the time next show I do my next show, I've got the extra ones. Because I've picked up the set so far and got me an extra Stinkor. I'm just waiting on the other 3 to show up the web store. The Green Goddess and the Lords of Power Beastman, because they honestly look really badass. But that Stinkor, the only complaint I have on that one is where the card says you got the power of the stench. Unfortunately, you don't. Unless you go through and you put him in a bag with some stuff to go through and get him so he gets that smell. There is no Stinkor smell that we're all used to. That was the only downside to it. The only one, really. But other than that, I mean, they did a nice job with it. And honestly, it looks like they did a really nice job with the Green Goddess as well. With the Lords of Power Beastman, I know there's a little bit of a difference in the one that's single carded compared to the 5-pack that came out originally at PowerCon a year or so ago, 2 years ago, whenever it was. And I'm all right with that. And I see my crew count has went up from 1 to 3. So that's awesome. What's going on, Mr. Castillo? I was waiting to see when you was going to show up. Me and James have been sitting here partying like rock stars over here. I'm sitting here trying to party for everybody here. And back to one. I said, showed the so far, we've talked about the reboot. We've talked about some of these figures coming out with the origins. Now, today I did manage to pick up something that I did not know had been made or was starting to drop. And apparently, if you get them in the, I'm guessing it's some kind of exclusive or something. It's definitely exclusive without a doubt. But the fan vote winning Triclops, here's in the shipper box. You gotta love the artwork on the front, along with the artwork on the back. I love how they did it as a homage to the mini comic that did come with Triclops start with. It's definitely badass. You open it up, and you do get the mini comics version of Triclops and all his lime green and blood red awesomeness, along with the Warrior's ring and the first appearance comic book in it. This was definitely a sweet little score of a pickup I did earlier. Of course, as you see, unpunched. Then on the back, you'd think, okay, they're going to put the figures on it. No, they did a really awesome updated version of that mini comic and everything, depicting Triclops like the figure is, unlike how he actually appeared in the mini comic. This was definitely a badass score. Kevin, I managed to pick this thing up for actually it's like $60 over at this toy shop here in Lexington. It's one that you've been to. I know James has been there. It's called Toy HQ here in Lexington. I found it up there. I was like, holy shit, this is like totally badass. So definitely had to pick it up. It was definitely a surprising thing because I knew, I remember the vote thing going on last year. I just didn't realize they'd already, they had started to drop these. Because I thought it was like a PowerCon or San Diego Comic Con exclusive type thing. And I really didn't think, I'd ever see it. Haha, surprise on me. Yeah, the box art looks great. The card art on the back looks great. This will be one of those figures that I know it will never come off that card. Probably never actually leave the shipping box because going through, I'm going to go ahead and put shelving up here behind me so I can put stuff like this and those up on shelves. For anybody that's, has actually seen this back wall before, y'all are used to seeing my other Origins figures and stuff like that hanging back there. My wife has come up with a great idea. We're taking all the Origins or anything box like our NECA Godzillas, the MOTU Origins, the Ninja Turtles that are coming back, hitting the shelves, the vintage style ones. Anything NECA wise that we like, the Friday the 13th, the Predator, any Alien, stuff like that. We're actually hanging on the wall in the bedroom as a border, and actually now it has gotten to the point to where we have to go through and make a second row around the room. And the bad part is I still have a lot of stuff in here I could go through and hang in there. But stuff like this, that Battlefield Warriors 2-pack, those back there, they need to go up on a shelf or on some shelving So that's what's going to actually end up stuff like this. Like I said, this will probably, the exception to get it out, show it to the actual figure to people that want to see it, comes by the man cave, stops and sees it. I'll show it then. Other than that, it stays right here in this shipper box. Because I seriously doubt I will find another one for that great of a price. Look on eBay earlier. I honestly thought about that, Kevin, buying an acrylic box for that, and I'm going to start looking for one of those cases for it to put it in. Like I said, it was pretty damn awesome looking, and I hate to just leave it in the shipper box, you know, so you can't really enjoy seeing it and stuff like that. But who knows? I might get lucky and find me another one somewhere. Seen on eBay where, you know, these things, I think the cheapest one I saw was like $80. But yeah, definitely love to get another one. So I can go through and at least open one and have it for the collection up there. All right, so like I said, we discussed not Revelations. We discussed the Netflix reboot earlier. We were talking about some of these Masterverse toys, and you know, especially with the Faker and the second season, or the second set of 5 getting ready to drop for Revelations next month. Which brings me to something very interesting that I never thought I would ever have to allude or talk about here within the MOTU community, but I'm going to, because it's been bugging the fuck out of me for about the last week. So a week or two ago, we got pictures and everything. Mattel dropped on us where they're going to be releasing a Savage He-Man with an Orko. And then, Kevin, I think it was you that said something to me about it was going to be, people were talking about already going through, and once the King Grayskull drops, taking armor off that and putting it on the Savage He-Man, so you get the white version of King Grayskull. Okay, here comes my problem. To me, that seems really fucking racist. And I say that because no point in time in Filmation was King Grayskull ever alluded to. Yes, he was brought up in MYP, but, and this came from Kevin Smith himself, he was not allowed to touch anything as far as MYP goes. Now, King Grayskull always existed within the MOTU universe, within different canons, but he was never alluded to in the original Filmation series. While MYP depicts King Grayskull as a white guy, Kevin Smith in Revelations decided to depict him as an African American. Okay. Now, we should not get mad about what color he is, or be trying to change around because of the fact of, it's pretty damn simple about the fact that we don't know originally what color King Grayskull was. Now, thanks to the keeper of the books, James Manning, he showed me on his, and I'll show you here. In the mini comic, and I wish James was here so he could refresh my memory on it so I don't have to go back. It says King of Castle Grayskull. Right here, it shows King Grayskull. Looks kind of greenish. Down here, he looks a little orangish, but you can't tell, you know, really what color he is. So, I mean, he could have been white. He could have been black. He could have been blue. He could have been green like the Green Goddess. Let's say he could have been blue, you know, a member of the Gar from the island and what Gar. We don't know. And it really kind of makes me sad and sickens me that we've got some racist assholes within the fucking community. It really does. I mean, who cares if he's white? Who cares if he's black? He could be purple, green, blue, yellow, red, light brown for all I fucking care. But if you're going to be racist enough to take the fucking armor shit off the African American colored fucking King Grayskull that we're getting revelations that is a to everything, to put him on a white body because we don't like the fact that he's black, get the fuck out of the goddamn MOTU community. Pisses me the fuck off. I'm not even drinking tonight, Kevin. This is my drink of choice for the night. If we want to go there, I'm staring right at a bunch of alcohol right here underneath this table. But I mean, it is fucking ridiculous the fact that there's racist assholes within this group, within this community. The community that, as somebody who was, was there whenever all this first started dropping, we can say we're OG. And to see this happening, this ain't the 40s, 50s, 60s. This is 2021. Exactly, Kevin. Hating on a figure because of his color is stupid. Hating on the fact, and I saw it in the comments during when Revelations first dropped, the way people were, threw a fit because Grayskull was a black guy. Tell those people that had an issue with that, I have one simple thing to say. Little piece of sign language. Kevin Smith, yes, he did a wonderful job on that because you know what? Things need to change. James, since you brought that up, we'll get there here in a minute, but actually, we wouldn't bring it up now. When you think about, okay, figure-wise, Faker was blue. In the series, in the original Filmation series, Faker was white. But who cares what color it was? But I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody's hating on the fact that the Faker for this was white. Who cares? He's white, blue, black, green, purple. Who cares? Now, I'm going to be interested to see if the reboot touches anything about King Grayskull, which they have a little bit. I'm hoping they go back, they do like a flashback for the robotic Orko from whenever he was part of King Grayskull's crew. So we can see what answer we get there. And see if I'm surprised these racist assholes haven't brought the fact that Tila's African American. Ram Man is now Ram Ma'am and is a chick. Who fucking cares? But I never thought. And let's face it, this is my 4th season of doing this show. And I don't know how many episodes I've done so far, but I've had to allude to the fact, or I've had to bring up the fact that there's racism within the goddamn community on these figures. Exactly. If the kids like it, we're good. But yeah, I mean, it aggravates the hell out of me, because I mean, I could see some. No, I can't see any reason for any of the hatred for any of the racist bullshit. I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, the inner child in me loves the new cartoon. I loved Revelations. I mean, it's just a 10-story arc from Filmation, where Filmation was 1 to 2 episode story arcs, and then you got a 10-episode one. But the fact that we got to talk about racism within the MOTU community, God, I'd hate to see what other people think about it. I haven't checked it out. Well, I mean, okay, James, they kind of. Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. Zodak being black in the MYP series, correct. And let's face it, with the original Filmation, and James, you're right, the 2000X Zodak is badass. But you don't hear people talking about that now. Of course, now you look at how they wrote it up in the biography book. It has all the figures in it. He's a different Zodak compared to the one we're used to. It's stupid sounding. I really wish I knew where I put that book at the moment. Oh, no, it's right behind me. I mean, it's stupid the fact that they went through and they did that. Really stupid the fact that they go through and they look at it that way. Open a book, first thing I go to is a damn Triclops, go figure. Let's get there to that. Or I think it was in the classics line. Okay, so you had the Zodak. You look at the 2008 classics bio thing they put on here. It says the classics canon recounted Zodak's existence with that of Zodak. With C. The Cosmic Enforcer established that they were two separate characters. Yeah, I mean, King Grayskull's gonna catch shit. Exactly. I gotta get YouTube to go through and stop, or maybe I need to change my settings to where it stops flagging comments. But I mean, we've got a white and we have a black Zodak, and apparently within some communities they can operate within the same space and time, because apparently one is the mentor to the other. But still, no shit was caught on that one. No shit was caught on Teela in the reboot series being a different color. But King Grayskull is getting shit on because, people hate, a lot of people hate the Kevin Smith series. He's black. Hero comes across as stupid. Wondar, whatever, comes across as being a Neanderthal. It's stupid. And it's stupid the fact that this has got to be discussed. But I guarantee you, no other damn show that talks about the Masters of the Universe is going to touch this subject. Look, I'm a white guy who grew up out in the country, who grew up in a community, in a county where there's, and this still falls true to this day, there's no black people lives in the county. If you see an African American person inside the county that I grew up in, they came from a different county over to shop at Walmart or something like that, or they came across the river from here in Kentucky over to go shopping at the Walmart or go shopping there in town. Okay? Look at the Sorcerers Can't Talk from that show. Huh? Oh, yeah. Forgot about that on the reboot, yeah. But anyways, I was 15 before I actually met first person of a different color. Whenever we moved out of that county for a year and a half. Got along with them great. Served my country. Never problem. I have white friends, I have black friends, I have brown friends, I have yellow friends. It don't matter what color they are. Because if anything that I was taught from Masters Universe, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Voltron, so on and so forth, is it don't matter what color your skin is, what race you are, any of that bullshit. It's what's in here that fucking matters. Like I said, really pisses me the fuck off that we gotta discuss the racism issue within the MOTU universe now because of King Grayskull, the way he's depicted in Revelations. No, not blood pressure, medicine time. Oh, all right. Let's see. What else can I talk about here? Like I said, we talked about toys, some of the MOTU toys. Well, yeah, and a lot of us are still going to get them, and I'm still going to get them. I'm going to display them proudly. I'm going to have them up here on the shelves, have them up on the wall. See me having an issue about Clamp Champ, or in fact, eventually, we get a Black Master at Arms. I win. Well, who cares? Who cares what color a figure is? Who cares what color they're depicted as in whatever canon going on? All right, now Wave 5 of the WWE MOTU figures. I don't know if it's Wave 5 or. They said it's got Andre, Brett, Slaughter, and Junkyard Dog. I have not seen those anywhere, and apparently my Walmart's never going to carry them. So if anybody sees them, please feel free to pick me up a set, mail it to me, let me know. I'll send you the cash for it. Same as, I guess that's Wave 7, I think. Or Wave 8. No, Wave 7, because I think 8 was Mysterio, Stone Cold, and China. And then that's it. I've got those figures. I talked about them early on whenever it's still in Wave 1. And how I thought, okay, those figures are going to, if those figures look as great and are done as great, the MOTU figures can be done just as great. We're in great shape. So far, I've been proven right. We're in great shape. Uh, yeah, they still have some issues with the quality control. God knows how many of these figures are actually producing to go worldwide. Just be glad we're getting them. Kevin, the set with Stinkor, like I said, they're starting to hit the shelves at Target, and everything. I know you got a trip just to get to Target and everything. You know, don't give up hope, buddy. Plus, that people are going to start trading them and stuff like that. Let's see. James, help me out on this. Is that the set with Stink, or is that Wave 6? Yeah, Wave 6. Yeah, I think it is definitely Wave 6. Yeah, like I said, I definitely think it's Wave 6. We all may be incorrect on this. But, I mean, gotta keep looking. I know they're not too far off from going ahead and dropping Wave 7. Okay, Wave 5. I guess Wave 5 did have Faker. Yeah, so it would be Wave 6. Oh, I can't wait till I get my new office chair. It sets up a little bit better. All right, let's move on a little bit here. Did get the official announcement and everything here in the last couple weeks that Lexington Comic Con will be happening in March 20th through the 23rd, I think is what it was. Let me refresh myself so I remember it correctly. Anybody's going to be up in the area around that time? Don't tease me about my Botolante Godzilla. What you currently have? Yeah, March 24th through 27th. I do plan on working there again this year. Hopefully as guest assist. I had a lot of fun this year and everything. I'm pretty sure I talked about that one in the last episode and everything. And I know none of those guys that work, that put together Lexington Comic Con are going to ever see this. But they did a great job, putting on this show last month, for something that's been, a year and a half in the making, especially, with all this with COVID, in an all new facility. That's what it felt like, was an all new facility. But yeah, anybody that can come down in late March or come up, whichever direction you are from me, come on down, check it out. It's definitely a great time. A lot of stuff to really see. Definitely, gotta say, I was really surprised with the pricing of figures this year, especially whenever I saw anything MOTU related. Especially considering, in fact, a lot of them had the second wave of the Masterverse figures, and I still ain't seen those even hit the damn shelves. And they only priced them up, 50%, from $20 figure up to $30. All right, that's cool. I dig that. I can go with that. But no, definitely a good time. I always say, if anybody can hit one of these Comic Cons, Toy Cons, whatever, go hit them, because Lord knows what you'll find, and Lord knows what all you'll see and everything. Definitely a great time right there. Well, Kev, we're always here for you. And sooner or later, we'll probably go ahead and build on another room to the house or get a bigger house away. You guys don't have to stay at a hotel or Ellie decides to boot you out for some reason or another. You got a place to put your collection. Now that I know you have your own stinkor, I don't have to worry about you trying to steal mine. Or spill any more beer in my man cave. All right. So we've taken a look at some of the newer toys coming out, including the rebooted toys. Like I said, did manage to pick up He-Man and Skeletor. And along with the Battlefield Warriors 2-pack. And the Revelations Faker. You know what? Since I have one from Wave 6, that's actually on the shelf since I did have an extra one. Speaking of stinkors, the Origins one. I need to get back to doing the single shows where I'm doing these individually, taking a look at them and everything, comparing them to others. Like I said, he's got that faint smell one where I put him in the bag with the vintage stinkor. But do love the armor on him, the colors and everything, really bright, vibrant, everything like that. Really spot on the way he is. Makes me glad I hadn't went ahead and made one yet, because I was seriously contemplating it with a merman, but I didn't, thank God. That I think I would have had to have tried to find me some vintage armor in order to put the armor on him. Yeah, definitely looks spot on. Is his back painted? Yes, it is. I actually hadn't taken the armor off of this one just to look all the way. Let me make sure it ain't just right there. I love the fact these things come apart real easy, especially as somebody who customizes. Oh, they so fuck with you and tease you. Stops right there. Right there, and of course, with the head, you wouldn't notice it because you can't pull the armor back that far back with the head on it. Oh, that's fucked up. Fuck you, Mattel. Now, I swear, watch a lot of them be done up regular. Now, I want to see if I can go through and find me another one. I'm gonna double check this to see if I can actually see it with the head back on here. Yeah, you have to pull that neck back pretty far in order to see that it stops right there. Well, I know me and James customize, but damn. I don't want to customize this one, but I'll probably end up getting another one so I can customize that one. Throw in a complaint to the Mattel toy department, like, all right, assholes. What the hell is you thinking not painting that stripe all the way down his back? What the hell? 5 extra minutes in the design department. 2 seconds on the damn sprayer. I swear to God. Funny, yes. Not funny? Yes. It is not funny either. Now, if anybody gets a stinkor and it's painted all the way down, let me know, because in that way I know I've got a damn variant out of the bunch, or somebody's got a variant out of the bunch. So yeah. Hopefully by the time we do the next one, I ain't gonna take it back. I ain't gonna have another one of these Battlefield Warriors 2-pack by the time we do the next show, because I'm seriously trying to get this back to where I can do this on a more routine basis, because I like doing them, having fun with it. But with that said, I have probably bored people long enough. No, we went in overdrive, overtime, and I know I'm cutting into other people's showtime, and I don't care. But anyways, until the next time, I'm E-Daddy, your angry guy, and until, well, let's face it, we're gonna keep on collecting this stuff so these lines never die, no matter what toy line it is. All right, so until next time, keep your stick on the ice.